most sellers and entrepreneurs look at this customer that they're calling on, and when they think about themselves being in their prospects world, they actually see a very calm, cool, collected decision maker who is feeling, slightly busy, but sitting at his desk, doing his work, going to meetings, running the business, and they really don't know just how chaotic it is. And so I need to take people into the world and the craziness of their everyday work environment. And if we take a look at what's really going on, the everyday chaos that these people are facing, we'll find that it's much harder than most of us realize from the outside. The average corporate decision maker, for example, could get 300 emails in one single day. And certainly they have people that go through their emails for them, but when the emails come to them and they're doing it directly, in many cases their fingers flick as fast as they can through their emails trying to get through them. These people also are in meetings, and in many cases they only have 1 hour a week, where they'll meet with an outside person, and they get many phone calls. And so their world every single day is just crazy busy, and they literally do not have time for the pain that they're dealing with. It literally stops them in their tracks, and while they might want to change the world and make things better in their organization, it's really hard for them to do, because decision making takes time. They have to stop. They have to bring in multiple people in their organization in order to see if it makes sense to make the change. They have to go out and look at all the resources, and so they don't have time for the pain, and they will stay with their status quo for as long as humanly possible. And then if you take a look at what other things this means, it means that if somebody is crazy busy, they can't handle complexity. And I think if any of us look at what we're doing with the complexity of the decisions that come to us at all times, it's overwhelming. And when you're crazy busy, and if somebody comes to you and says, we need to make a change and we have to do this, I mean, the reality of it is most people go, slow down, I can't handle all this at once, and it's a huge issue. And the other thing that I find with crazy busy prospects is that they flip priorities just overnight. I mean, literally, they can be going down this direction, fully intent on going ahead with a project with your company, and suddenly third quarter earnings come out, or something else happens within their organization, and literally they shift directions on a dime. They literally go from here to there without even stopping to think. And if they, that may be an acquisition, it may be, like I said, third quarter earnings, or changing in government regulations, but whatever it is, it's really very hard for these people to stay focused, because they don't have a lot of time, and the things that are urgent take precedence over the things that are necessary. And I know that really goes against your Rockefeller principles, but it is something that does happen in these organizations, because they're manpower, they don't have enough people on staff. The people that are in these organizations, they're expected to do more with fewer resources and in less time, and it really does become a challenge for them to get everything done. And that's why they literally erect barriers to getting in. And so everybody who's out there who's trying to sell to these crazy busy people has to get through voicemail, has to get through email, and find a way to access these people, because they spend 2.7 seconds on an email message before they decide to either delete it, send it to somebody else, or save it to later, or read it now. 2.7 seconds to decision time. I mean, that's how fast crazy busy people are making a decision on the emails that come to them. And the same thing can be said with the voicemails, although because we talk slower than we read, it's typically 5 to 7 seconds that they get through the first or second sentence that people are listening. And the typical decision maker today is listening in 5 to 7 second increments. And every 5 to 7 seconds they're saying, should I continue with this person, or should I actually delete them? And that's how fast they're making decisions.